start of the warm-up.
We go into the final race of 2024. Welcome to the Nashville Superspeedway for the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix, and qualifying is underway. Hello everybody, welcome to the commentary box. Well, here we go then, the green flag is given. Jack Harvey is our first qualifier out here on the circuit. Just a single lap to get it through, JT. So this has got to be crucial as he takes the green flag to set a lap time on the board now. 2 laps, average speed sets the position for the race, and his first lap was 195.217 miles per hour. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Hello. So, what do you think then? Coming into the final race of the year, what's going to happen as Harvey completes his lap time?
Well, it's going to be chaos, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
As across the line, and it's 195.798 second lap with a 2-lap average of 195.507. Next up should be the 51 of Catherine Legg, and she gets released now.
So we're all getting set then for the action. I'm just trying to find the qualifying marker, as we are technically green, but for some reason it's not all working out here as well. So this is the Music City GP. So this is qualifying at Nashville. Let's hope that the graphics are kind to me today. Yeah, it is. To get it all started up and running. For some reason we're having a few technical issues. INDYCARs won't let me select the normal stuff, so like JT was out of position there and everything's been going nuts. But here comes Catherine Legg as she'll take the green flag lap time to come by. Gets to complete JT on the final weekend, but she's a bit been up and down in the last couple of oval races we've had.
Yeah, she has been up and down as she's warming up now, getting her hybrid up to 100%, and it's green flag the second time by, which is now green flag in the air, and she starts her 2-lap average.
Let's see what her batting average is going to be then. Catherine needs to get a good speed on. You see her driver tracker heading around the circuit now as well. It's got to be smooth. Now, it was 195.507 average speed for Harvey. Catherine comes across the line. Her second lap, well, first lap to hit speed is 192.217. So you've got to go with the average lap time, which is higher and lower. Nashville, of course, we're monitoring a storm that's brewing in as well. More like a tornado with what we've got. So we are keeping our eyes across. Catherine Legg then across the line on her second lap time, and it is 193.953, averages out at 193.081. So the two Dale Coyne Racings, it's Jack Harvey on top, Catherine Legg down to second. Now JT, the bump that has been into turn 4 caught out Nolan Siegel earlier on in practice. In between the gap, they've tried to smooth it out, but that bump could be nasty, especially on a drying track if we get any rain tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. All eyes are on this singular bump in turn 4. And, well, as you said, it caught Nolan Siegel out. I looked up at one screen because I had 3 screens going at that time. Cricket, British Superbikes and INDYCAR. I think I was looking at the cricket screen, and then I looked down at the INDYCAR screen, and it was caution, and I had no idea why, so I had to rewind. But out on track now, Kiffin Simpson in the number 4 car, about to start his warm-up lap.
Yeah, it should be good though for Kiffin as he comes up and has an attack back as well. Just getting up with who's on Honda and who's on Fire Supply at the moment. I don't believe the timings in this one are not the same as the race, so I hope you can still read the names on the monitor, as I'll try and find out for myself if you can. Yes, you can. Excellent. So they're not showing the same data as what we normally do in these sessions. Simpson on a first lap time then as well. What is the first gambit going to be as he enters turns 3 and 4, taking the super low line? Up we come, and Kiffin Simpson's opening gambit is a 196.718 as his first lap time speed. That's very decent indeed. Can he find an improvement on that board as he comes up towards the line? And Simpson, I think he's going to go top here, isn't he? In the Chip Ganassi. It should be fast enough, and he does go top. Yeah, across the line. 197.921 is his second lap. Averages out then at 197.318 as his average time. So Kiffin Simpson now jumps back up into the top position as well. Next up, it's Christian Rasmussen on the board as he'll venture out there onto the circuit. Oh, it just gets going. I was worried there for a second because it did not sound like it wanted to go. But yeah, not too bad.
So he'll get the car ready, get the car up to speed, and then he'll get the green flag. Not this time by, but the next time by.
Yeah.
As he gets his car warmed up.
Always by 2 as we take a look at the inner circle. Let's check in with our colleagues over on NBC on their last weekend covering the series.
In a third entry, but Ed Carpenter decided, I think Christian gives us a better chance, and look at this, 1 point shy of $1 million. Chasing the number 41 Foyt team, obviously the 30 Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan team is very much in play within reach too.
Well, we talk about the 33 points that Will Power needs to find to beat Alex Palou. I mean, on that leaders circle battle, 25 points covers about 5 positions there. So, Dave, it's going to be tense, not just at the front for the overall championship, but for the money and the honor of making leader circle.
Talked to nervous car owner Ed Carpenter just a few minutes ago, and he said it's hard to watch when I'm on the sideline on the road courses, which is normal, but it's been even harder on these ovals, and especially this weekend. But he said Christian's doing his job, the car feels good to him, and he's learning every lap he gets on an oval.
Yeah, but his first lap is 199.257 mile an hour, JT, but he's used up all his hybrids, so he's got no hybrid on the second lap, and he's going to try and desperately just coast it round. It's not below a top mile an hour. This is an interesting bet and an interesting qualifying I've not seen before. But Rasmussen trying something new as he goes up to the line.
Yeah, will it work though? And his second lap speed is 199.036. Very consistent. 199.146 is his 2-lap average.
Okay, it does work. That's a surprise to me as they come through. Next up, it's Stingray Rob in the 41. Then it'd be Fittipaldi, Malukas, Daly, Siegel, Ray Hall, Grosjean, Lundqvist, Armstrong, VK Eriksson, Rosenquist, Lundgaard, Ferrucci, Newgarden, and Rossi as they go through the order. But we'll have more, obviously, later on. Palou goes last, but has a 9-place grid penalty. So does Alexander Rossi coming into this one as well. I believe there's another one who's got a 9-place grid penalty, and it could be Scott McLaughlin, if I'm not mistaken. I might be very much mistaken. There's 3 drivers who've got a 9-place grid penalty coming into tomorrow's race that we have to keep an eye on in the function. Stingray Rob enters the circuit. JT, it looks different to when NASCAR were here as well. The track actually looks a bit more, well, stone than tarmac. NASCAR, when it was here, it looked different a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I don't think they've changed that much, but it just might be the different rubber on the circuit.
Yeah, and lighting possibly, because we've got storm blowing in.
Yep.
It's 8 kilometres away at the moment. They're hoping to get qualifying done and dusted before that rain comes in. So that's why everyone's sort of rushing out there. There's no stop or go. Green light goes on then. We will go into the remaining session. And so they'll all just start taking it through bit by bit. And one by one, you can hear how much velocity that car is taking there, JT. It really is sort of like going bang, bang, bang down the track.
Yep, and we've got a fire.
Oh, really? Where? Oh, hello.
Down on
Rasmussen's
pit road.
rear brakes caught fire on Rasmussen.
Mile an hour average that we've seen so far as they still continue to fight the fire on the 20.
Oh, and Stingray Rob's lost power. Stingray Rob, his engine's cut out, so he will qualify at the back of the field. His first lap was 200.306 mile an hour, but we've got fires for Rasmussen, and we've got some form of big issue now, as Christian Rasmussen's car is catching fire. Now, JT, is this to do with the hybrid systems and the batteries? Because that's 2 problems in 2 minutes.
Maybe we'll have to see for official confirmation. Do you want a list of the penalties?
Please, yes, that'd be nice.
Scott McLaughlin,
Yep, thought so.
the 7 car,
Alexander Rossi.
yep, of Rossi, and Alex Palou,
Yeah. The championship leader. Go on.
recently added the number 6 of Nolan Siegel after his incident.
Oh, okay. That kind of is to be expected. Still can't work out where... Oh, there it is. There we go. The whole bottom half was of that. Let's go down pit lane then. They've got news for us down there as well.
Mention oil fire, and of course something has to be a fuel source coming out of the headers, and just don't know if that is a little overfill, burning off, or something more terminal.
We've heard from Will Power. Let's hear from the championship leader, Alex Palou, with Dave.
And a good practice earlier for the would-be champion. He's still got some work to do tomorrow. First, P1 on the board. So how was practice, and how does that set you up for this quali run?
Yeah, I mean, it was good practice. It was short, actually, with that repairs we had to do at the beginning. First time here, so far felt good. Car's good, so yeah, looking forward to qualify and see what we can do.
Did you get a chance on the alternate tires to really push it, or is this now the really push it?
I tried my best, but I think, yeah, I just did 1 lap, so we need to do 2 here in qualifying. I think everybody's on the same boat. Like, we don't really know how good or how bad are they, but they should be faster on qualifying.
Thanks, Alex.
Alex Palou then talking, saying it should be fast in qualifying. We now have Pietro Fittipaldi out on the circuit as he comes down towards the line. His first lap time's on the board as well. So Stingray Rob will not set a lap time in this session. He is 6th on the board and will drop towards the back for sure. Fittipaldi's first lap time is a 198.375 mile an hour lap. He takes a low line through 1 and 2, back stretch towards 3 and 4, and Fittipaldi really should actually have a better run. The ovals haven't been that kind, but Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan Racing have found a bit more space over the past couple of weeks as Fittipaldi goes 2nd across the board. Yeah, very nice time. 198.885 is the average time there then. As next up, David Malukas will head out to the circuit as well. Let's head down to the pits and hear from Rasmussen.
It looks like it's under wraps a little bit more. Christian, you're sitting at the top. How important is a good qualifying position and a starting position for tomorrow, knowing where you guys sit in the leader circle?
I think it's going to be super important, especially trying to do anything in practice in terms of overtaking. It was really, really tough. So it's going to be definitely qualifying is going to be important. It looked like we had more drama outside of the car when I came in than I had in the car. Pretty easy run. I think the car was good. I think maybe there was a little bit left on the table in terms of, yeah, I don't know. It felt a little bit too easy, you know. But I think overall, I think we're pretty good, and yeah, we'll see where we end up.
Basically, you just drove it so fast you caught it on fire, right?
Pretty much. Might be the hair. I don't know.
Thanks, Christian.
Great stuff from Christian Rasmussen there as well. David Malukas starts his lap then for Meyer Shank Racing, coming out down to 1 and 2 on a low line, super low line actually, from Malukas. And if there's one man who loves the final 3 races, well, final 4, 5 out of the 6 have been on ovals, it's this man here. He loves them and came so close at Worldwide Television Raceway, was great at Milwaukee, really is one to watch here now at Nashville.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep an eye on the number 66. 200.674 miles per hour for the first lap. David Malukas on track for provisional pole in this early stages of qualifying.
Using the last bit of hybrid as he exits turn 4 up towards the line. He's used it all now, and Malukas, his second lap time, 200.284 mile an hour. Averages out at 200.479 mile an hour. Very good lap time there for David Malukas. Let's turn it back to Worldwide Technology Raceway back on August 17th. Just getting clipped down by Will Power into the wall backwards at turn 1. And it very much was Will Power who was furious with Malukas until he said, actually, that was my fault. And they had a photo op at Portland a week later. So good job there from Malukas. Pietro Fittipaldi is now, for some reason, still registering on the circuit as down in 7th position and not completed lap time, but he has. He's up in 3rd place at the moment. So is that timing screen showing us correct information? Is it? Yeah, Pietro Fittipaldi is showing us 7th, when in reality he's in 3rd. We understand there might be a problem for Pietro Fittipaldi's time there from race control. So we will hold that information as we go. Connor Daly starts his time now. He begins on a build-up lap. Oh, is this going to be green flag? No, not yet. This is the build-up lap. But this is Connor Daly, who got a podium in race 1 at the Milwaukee Mile on August the 31st, 2 weeks ago. Sailed around the outside of everybody, JT, in the setting sun. It was absolutely perfect. And even Will Power was stoked to see him in pit road.
Yeah, and even Santino Ferrucci was stoked to see him get a podium.
He was indeed, wasn't he? After causing no amount of issues. We're on the first lap time now, though, for Daly as he enters into 3 and 4, keeps it down low. I much prefer oval qualifying compared to the regular qualifying. 200.549 for Daly on the first lap time. So now we're getting into the 200s. Let's see if that's faster to keep Malukas' average. I think he might be P1 for a while there. Fittipaldi is still 3rd on our monitors. Not sure why the computer has put him down the order in 8th position as an incomplete lap time from the stewards. He did complete the 2, so we'll keep an eye on that. As Daly currently now goes into 2nd position and does on a 200.393 mile an hour lap time average speed. Dropped 0.3 of a mile per hour though, JT, out of the last corners.
Yep, and here we have the number 15 of Rahul.
That's wrong.
Up next.
Should be Siegel. Nolan Siegel will not take part in this session. The car has not been repaired in time. So Nolan Siegel will start at the back. Graham Rahal will then take to the track early. So Nolan Siegel will not qualify this race. That is a shame. He's missed his slot.
They may be able to slot him in later, depending on what INDYCAR says.
That would be a good idea. To see if they can do that. Just trying to have a look, see what I've got here. Actually, I can do with layers on the maps. Okay. Not that much. I'm not going to play with it too much. Our brand new toy that we can have more of. Even in INDYCAR now, we've got a touch screen as well. It's going to be fantastic. We're testing it first of all, though, in Formula 1, aren't we, JT?
Yeah.
I love it. You can do the same thing, though, with your iPhone. So even you have one.
But then I could also use the laptop.
That's true. That is true.
With all of the different stuff that I have on there.
Well, hopefully one day we have a touch screen that I can just use it on. That'd be nice. A big giant television we can wheel in and out of shot. And having HDMI connected up to the computer so that we can cut to that as well when I want to, like at the SkyPad. I want the SkyPad, so we're getting the SkyPad. Let's have a look then. Rahal nearly using all his hybrid power, JT, on his opening lap time. 196.4. I say it once, I say it again. Why is Graham Rahal still in INDYCAR?
I don't know, but he performs when he wants to perform, and that's not often. Through the bump at turn 4 and up towards the line. Oh, that was a nice catch from the cricket. And it is a second lap speed of 196.036, which is a 2-lap average of 196.218.
Timing and scoring, I believe. Are they showing it correctly? Let's have a look. Rahal is 6th. And yeah, timing and scoring not showing it at all correctly. Timing and scoring has failed. That's always nice to hear, isn't it? Let's go down to pits, Connor Daly.
What was that like?
Oh, man. I mean, honestly, we felt really good this morning, but we trimmed at the end of the session. We didn't really get to run it, so we just missed it by like a little bit. It was a bit too understeer on that last lap. I basically went over the mountain exiting turn 4 and fell down the other side of it, so it wasn't quite the most smooth situation, but the car's been great. So I don't know where that'll put us, obviously, overall, but David Malukas has been very fast in these short oval qualifying, so to be near him, hopefully, is good.
I think it's a good sign, guys.
I think there's every reason to think it is a good sign. I mean, Malukas was decent in practice. He was 12th overall. Can't look too much into it. You never know, traffic situation, what tires, what fuel loads, but
I think Connor's pointing out that where did Malukas qualify? Second at Gateway, second at Milwaukee race 1. So on to this one and the harder tire. Is this the strategic maneuver that's going to pay off? We'll find out.
good move of strategery, but also a really cool addition from a commercial standpoint here on the Halo technology first seen on the McLaren Formula One cars, these changing digital stickers. Very cool to see that technology.
Yeah, that's on the Halo, isn't it, JT, that we've been seeing across the weekend. It does look cool, and look, then they changed there as well, and it's basically, it's using Kindle technology. So if you ever had a Kindle and turn the page and it sort of flickers, then it's exactly what this type of technology is. I love Kindles.
Yeah, no hybrid for Romain Grosjean in towards his final corner, I believe.
Yeah, up to the line, and Grosjean goes third, 199.471 mile an hour. Seamless digital.
It doesn't help that the timing and scoring on the INDYCAR website has completely broken, and that is what I was using to do the lights. Yay.
Yeah, it's what I'm thinking, the same thing as well. It's completely broken itself in terms of everything. It hasn't run anything since Graham Rahal went out, and apparently went fastest, even though that's not the case. Malukas is top on 200.479 mile an hour, but timing and scoring has utterly broken now. Linus Lundqvist will be next out on the circuit as well. A little bit there. Okay, let's take a look then. Was this... it's harder tyre combat in qualifying. He hits the bump again, JT, and he was fighting the car a bit, was Grosjean. So, yeah. I can't explain it. Oh, and off goes the INDYCAR app. It's the app that's the problem. Half the time. So let's turn them back on. There we are. Yeah. Linus Lundqvist now coming in on his lap time. He's used all his hybrid out immediately, JT. That is really strange. Did you see it? It just trickled down. So,
yeah, that's not the smartest from Linus Lundqvist, is it?
No. Over the line for the first time. Opening lap time for Linus Lundqvist. 200.487. But that's... timing scoring is repairing itself. No, it's still put Rahal fastest. Look, it's crashed. It's all completely crashed. Lundqvist coming up then. Having another run. This is really bizarre. Using all your hybrid on the opening lap time is not going to do you any favours at all. As Lundqvist crosses the line, 199.8. That drops him into third place, average of 200.173, JT, but he was out of hybrid before the lap even began.
Yeah, he was trying to get the speed on the first lap and then hope that would be enough with the second lap as well. Up next, the number 11, Marcus Armstrong.
Chip Ganassi Racing need him to do well, and timing and scoring has gone completely blank.
They've probably system restarted it.
I've never seen this before. Apparently 2 minutes 47 to go. Have you noticed? So timing and scoring has completely gone off right now across all areas. We don't even have driver tracker, so this is completely a radio broadcast at this point, as it's come back now.
Reappeared, but with Rahal.
Yeah, still not the right timing graphic, so needs work, that one, as Armstrong takes the first lap time, and it is, let's say, from Romain Grosjean. It was a lap time now for tomorrow.
Well, we tried something a bit different. I think we should have trimmed a bit more. There was a lot more grip on track and less wind than this morning. But this morning, black felt good, so it wasn't too bad of a problem. It's just I think we had a bit too much drag. But happy for Connor, and hopefully that doesn't put me too much behind.
Yeah, P4 right now for Romain Grosjean.
Armstrong screwed up. He used all his hybrid before the lap even began on the back straightaway. So he has had no hybrid on this lap. First lap time, 199.966 JT. He's really screwed up.
Yep, 100 and 200 as he goes in towards turn 3. And out of turn 4 he goes up towards the line. What is his second lap time? It is a 199.220 with a 199.592 average, which puts him 4th.
Timing and scoring is catching up slowly with the lap times it missed when it was out, and it's just put in Lundqvist, Marcus Armstrong, okay, and timing and scoring is back, but it's not Marcus Armstrong fastest out there. I don't know what's going to say, it's nearly fixed. Leaderboard now apparently is Marcus Armstrong. Okay. They can't fix it, can they? It's a simple enough process. I just don't know why they can't get it sorted. Every time we come here, every time. It's Stingray Rob. If a driver doesn't complete the lap time, it messes the system up. Because it hasn't registered as taking the checker flag, so it's constantly trying to find it. Now we've got Venus VK out there, and I think it might be organised correctly. But it's Malukas Daly, so just ignore the driver in P1. Malukas downwards, is that right? Armstrong's in 4th. Here's VK. Starts the lap, takes the green flag. First lap time on the board now. I don't even think NBC knows what's going on, because if you notice, they don't actually tell us when the green flag goes out with NBC. They don't. They're completely confused. I can't wait for Fox to take over. NBC has been one of the most useless broadcasters of IndyCar in so long. Over the line, 199.767 mile an hour in the first lap time for Venus VK. He's getting good exit speed out 2, into 3 and 4, trying to take the low line once again. There we go, timing and scoring now fixed. Let's take a look then at where VK is over the line. And VK 4th. 4th on the board. 199.713 average mile an hour lap time, JT.
Yeah, that puts him 4th, which is good, but we've still got all of the fast runners to go, of course. Next up, we've got the 28 of Marcus Ericsson. His luck on ovals has not been the best this season, but let's see where he can qualify
Let's check
for
in.
this oval race.
Let's check in with NBC.
Winner in Marcus Ericsson, finishing up his first season in a new environment at Andretti Global.
And that's something we haven't heard much of on the radio this year, is the benefit of their partnership with Meyer-Shank Racing, which is in its final weekend as Meyer-Shank moves to a Ganassi technical partnership next year. But that was radio acknowledging the feedback from David Malukas' run, so that Marcus Ericsson has a heads up, understanding that Malukas had a little bit of understeer, but that it was easy, I think is how I took that.
Yeah, it sounds it. But then again, he was a bit slow out of turn 2 there, JT. Before he goes for it, he's taken the green flag, so this is now a push lap. That bump's so annoying through 4.
And the bump is getting attention from drivers in the qualifying bullpen where they're doing all the interviews. Yep.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised one bit. That bump needs to be fixed before tomorrow. It's dangerous to even try and qualify now with it the way it is. Marcus Ericsson then about to complete his lap time. Where is this going to put him? The opening lap delta. And Ericsson is at 198.743 mile an hour. But now he's going to try and complete the average time around the entire lap. He didn't use much hybrid on that original push. He's used it all on the backstretch into 3 and 4. Interesting play. Hits that bump over the line. Should be a faster lap time. 199.051. 8th place for Marcus Ericsson. 198.897 is your average lap time speed. Not a bad 2-lapper there. But this is that bump
Yeah,
again
not
for
bad at all.
Ericsson.
Yeah, this is going to be the bump.
Oh, sparks underneath it as well. It's a really horrible part of the circuit, isn't it? It's roughed itself away, and it wasn't. Was that there when NASCAR were here? I don't think it was. It sort of appeared, doesn't it, that bump? They tried to drain it away. So, next out on the track is Rosenquist, as we're on 15 cars completing a lap time. Siegel has been withdrawn from qualifying. He's dropped off the list altogether. So I don't think he will qualify, sadly. Out on the track then comes Felix Rosenquist. Bumps up onto the oval. Let's take a replay about Rosenquist.
Their collaboration with artist Diplo as we look back at the highlight of Saturday for Felix Rosenquist so far this season. That was pole at Long Beach back in April. Brilliant lap. First for the team for Meyer Shank Racing, too. Very significant there. And he basically is going back home to some extent next year. Chip Ganassi Racing loved him. Scott Dixon cherished him as a teammate. He left to Air McLaren, now at Meyer Shank. And as you mentioned, Townsend, a technical relationship with Chip Ganassi Racing next year. They will have the intel of Felix Rosenquist. We don't know who's going to be in the 66 car. That is one of the prime seats that is still open.
Qualified 8th and 8th in the 2 races at Milwaukee. Iowa, he had a 5th in qualifying, so this could be a pretty solid run here, especially with some feedback from his teammate and teammate in Ericsson.
So look what he got on the radio to say something, and then another quick.
Doesn't Lowe look better?
Left. Yeah, no, I'm with you. He's working some tool in the car there.
Got to be Jacker, I would think.
I think he might be fast jacking. I think he might be using the technique that we see a lot at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Great point.
To try to trim out on the straightaways.
You're right.
And that's the first time we've seen that.
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? As Rosenquist now comes back on, we've got our somewhat normal driver tracker back as they fly over. And it's a very decent opening lap time then on the board.
Consistent.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Okay, so that puts him top of the board, 200.676 mile an hour. Provisional pole position for Felix Rosenquist, the 2 Meyer Shanks, front rows of the grid. And of course, it's 2 wide here, not 3 wide starts at Nashville. And it's a Grand Prix as well. It's not a mile race, which is going to be really bizarre. Welcome to the only oval on the calendar. That's a Grand Prix. I presume they'll change it for next year, just because this year it was the name, wasn't it? Because they changed it very late to Nashville Superspeedway.
Yeah, they did. They probably knew that they were changing it, they just didn't say, and they kept the Grand Prix name. Because if they announced the name change to like the Nashville 500 before the track change, I think people would have caught on.
Absolutely. I mean, they've had 4 months to change the name anyway, but it's because its tickets have already gone out and everything. So next year, it'll probably be the Nashville 500. The Big Machine Nashville 500. The Big Machine Music City 500. It'll be something like that, but it won't be Grand Prix. But
Coming to the end of the first lap here for Christian Lundgaard in the 45 car.
Not a hybrid.
Line, it's 195.472.
That's a very bad opening lap time. It's one of the slowest we've seen so far today, actually. Catherine Leggs was
the
slower.
only person who was slower was Catherine Legg.
Let's see. Yeah, this is not going to be a good lap time. Well, Stingray Robb, arguably, as well, will line up last. It's 195.4. It's a consistent run, but it's 195.469 average lap time. Very consistent.
Yeah,
actually.
I don't think we can count Stingray Robb because his first lap was faster. It was just a
Yeah, the engine dying.
second lap.
That's unfair. We should have a 1 lap, not 2 lap rule. I don't know why we need a 2 lap rule on these ovals. 1 lap should be enough. We've done it half the time. Let's get down to Rosenquist.
If your left thumb's a little worn out, a little fast jacking to help you get that lap?
Yeah, I was like, why not? You do it in Indy, so you can do it here, right? It was we kind of ran out of gear. We did a last-minute trim, so it was kind of bouncing into the limiter a lot. But yeah, we had a rough practice. Our car broke, so we didn't get many laps. So that was a good comeback, I think. See how long it lasts. Yeah, AutoNation Series X Honda's just been phenomenal all weekend, really. And David also did a really good run. We were able to, feed off his comments a little bit, so that really helped.
Nice recovery for Felix.
Provisionally, P1 and P2, with many more fast cars to come. The championship contenders are coming up into the top 10 in points with Santino Ferrucci.
What a season this guy's had. I mean, to have this car with this team up in the top 10 in points, just incredible. And if you were to put Santino Ferrucci getting a pole position in 2024, I'm not sure many people, himself included, would have picked Portland International Raceway for that to happen, but that is exactly what he did. You mentioned that partnership with Penske really starting to bear fruit for this driver and this team.
If you were to tell me that we would end the 2024 season with James Hinchcliffe celebrating Ferrucci's achievements, I wouldn't have picked that either.
I don't know where that comes from.
Is he joining your club, Townsend?
Oh boy, somebody get me some knee braces, because the bandwagon's getting heavy here.
Wow. Santino was telling us yesterday he'll be back at the Chili Bowl again this winter. Kind of joked that he wasn't sure that Larry Foy wanted to see that, but it was a pre-existing contract. So he'll do it, and he said he's going to prepare a little bit more, have a little more testing.
Talked with Santino yesterday, Kevin, about that amazing both races at Milwaukee and his ability to run the slide job. As lap 1 goes to the top, 200.7 if he can hang it.
Ferrucci absolutely flying in this qualifying now as he comes out last corner. This should be quite an easy provisional pole.
Yep, and where will his second lap go? It is a 200.283, which is a 2-lap average of 200.497, and that puts him into second behind Felix Rosenquist.
So second place on the board. Yeah, go on, GT.
Just seen Ted's interaction with Gunther on Ted's notebook today.
I didn't know there was one. I have.
There was.
I watched the first 15 minutes of Ted's notebook, but then I had to go and have tea. A very interesting meal I had. I had a bit of leftover curry. I had cut up little pizza, and I had 3 apple sausages, which is more distance than Joseph Newgarden has got, as he has stalled the engine trying to leave pit road for his lap. Now, you get 1 guaranteed leave of pit lane, and now he does make it and get to go, but Newgarden stalled it leaving pit lane.
Yeah, and tonight we've got chicken and meatballs that need using up, so it's something that we have no idea that is going to work, but we are going to try it, because food is about trying things.
Okay, JT.
A meatball chicken stir fry.
Oh, okay. I was going to say shred the chicken. I was going to say shred the chicken. Go
on.
That's annoying me. Get the chicken, shred it, put the meatballs on, chicken around it, and put it in a tomato sauce. Then you've got a chicken tomato sauce with meatballs. And grate some cheese on top, maybe. That's always nice.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, add spaghetti in as well. So,
Noted.
spaghetti, meatballs, shred the chicken up, and put some cheese on it if you like. And then you've got, with the tomato sauce. And then you've got like a combo dish. I just thought that. If you've got some basil, maybe some basil. Rosemary would work as well. No garlic. Enough cooking.
You do not want to see how much herbs I have in the cupboard.
Rosemary then.
So much that are with the delivery of the new things that I sent in manager's chat. there is clips for the Herbs to go on the cupboard door. First lap for Joseph Newgarden.
Ooh.
201 point something.
201.
As he comes across the line.
585.
585.
Ah! 201.121 second lap. Average 201.352. Joseph Newgarden moves up to provisional pole position with an amazing 1.3 mile an hour difference. That's amazing. So yeah, add Rosemary then, GT, instead of Basil or Basil, whatever.
Alright.
Rosemary would do.
I have an Italian herbs mix somewhere.
There you
That
go.
might work.
That'll do. That would work better.
Ferrucci is provisionally third right now, and you even came on the radio and said you had to lift a little bit. So I guess my question is, you feel like there's even more in the 14?
Yeah, there definitely was. I don't know if we're Joseph Newgarden fast, but we're definitely good for second right now. Just the bumping three's a little rough. Just cracked the throttle because I didn't want to push it up into the wall. It's 206 laps of racing tomorrow, and as AJ says, Sunday pays, so.
Well, you're definitely riding in style on the racetrack, but it also seems like you might be riding in style off the racetrack. Did Chevy give you a car this weekend?
Yeah, honestly, big thanks to Chevrolet. You know, congrats on them for the manufacturer championship. And, you know, I think for all the success we had as a team, they gave me a brand new Z06 Corvette for the weekend. I put it to use this morning getting to the track. The car is unbelievable. And I currently daily drive a 2500 ZR2. And so I love Chevrolets. I've grown up with them. So for them to do that for me was really special.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Thanks, Santino.
Next out of the track then comes Alexander Rossi. And he'll have the attack on a lap time now as well. He's on first lap. I didn't see what it was actually on the board.
He's on it now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it comes across the line. This should be quite an interesting... Oh! And Rossi hits the bump that his teammate Siegel did coming out of 3. Massive loss of power. 198.567 though, but he almost put it in the wall. He hit the bump exactly the same as his teammate. Massive snap.
That could have ended badly.
Yeah, back of the grid for Rossi as well. He's only got that penalty. This is not going to go well. He nearly did it again. No hybrid, lock of power, 197.5. It's a 198.060. That puts him 13th with a 9-place penalty. So he'll start best 21st, but there's that slide. Well held, though, and not throwing it into the wall.
Absolutely, what a save.
Unbelievable. Watch this from the off-board angle. Hits the bump, rear steps out, big lift, snap save. That's got to be fixed. Absolutely, 110% has to be fixed. That cannot be maintained. Let's have a word.
Interesting. How was your lap?
I didn't have that. I did not have that. I'm very thankful I didn't have that. But I had it earlier today. I think everybody has. The bump's tough. You know, I mean, they call it character, right, on these racetracks. So I don't want to say I dislike it because it's a challenge. But our run was good. You know, I think the second lap we had a little limiter hit into 3. I hope that, doesn't do us in at the end of the day. But it was a good run. The car was in a really great place. So great to have a Stemo here this weekend. Team Chevy's done a great job. This is only part 1. I think the race is going to be a whole different ball game. So we got to get prepared for that tonight.
Thanks, Joseph. So small the margins, guys, right?
JT, I've got a question. Is Multiviewer is Multiviewer now an app?
What do you mean like an app?
I've just seen Multiviewer is now on an iPad.
Really?
Yeah.
201.611 first lap.
That is absolutely insanity right now.
I will look when my phone powers on because that's what I've got right now.
Over the laptop, you do that then, I'll take this. Kyle Kirkwood over the line then, fighting for control as he's getting caught in the crosswinds. Kyle Kirkwood takes provisional pole position. 201.520 mile an hour average lap time. Outstanding! Let's put Andretti back on the map for this weekend. Wow! Oh, it's game on. It is game on. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Okay. We're gonna don't forget we'll have the points as they run graphic just below the Delta screen for tomorrow to tell you where the drivers are in terms of race strategy and victories. So you can have that joined with us, so that in the race you can keep up to date with who's the champion. Let's hear from Alexander Rossi.
We want to hear from Alexander Rossi, Georgia.
Yeah, Alexander Rossi certainly has fast hands, a massive save there. How quickly did you have to react to your car?
How quickly what?
Did you have to react?
Yeah, pretty fast. I don't really understand, I don't know why that's happened to two of our cars. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. It's a little bit of a mystery. But yeah, we had the engine penalty anyways, so we knew we weren't going to start up front. So now we're just starting super in the back.
Super in the back, but one extra set of tires to a lot of the field. That could play a part. He mentioned the engine penalties. We now watch his teammate.
And you can see how distinctly lower Pato O'Ward is in 3 and 4 over Rossi. I think it's that, 3 to 4 feet that left front gets to the yellow line, and it just seems to, however the bump is shaped, it's not that you miss the bump, it just seems to ride through it much better.
Yeah, O'Ward's having to fight for control now as well as we watch him on board. Over that bump, he kept that engine hybrid on. Let's have a look. First run then for O'Ward. 200.846. Well, we hope that is a decent enough time. We have no reference point at the moment for him. So I'm going to put him fastest now. He's not going to get the overall lap time. Lights on at the exit. And checker flag is out. Pato O'Ward, lap time 199.7, average is out 200.294. 7th fastest for Pato O'Ward and the highest qualifying McLaren in the Nashville Grand Prix here at the Music City GP. Okay.
No, it isn't.
Right, look at I just replied to someone on Twitter. Take a look at it. He's got a multiviewer app on his iPad. It says multiviewer.app. So I want to know what that comes from. Let's hear from Kako.
Getting ready for this event that we didn't have much time to prepare for, right? Rolled out of the trailer quick, knew what we needed to do there in the quali. I think we kind of nailed our 2 laps, but we'll see if anybody can go any quicker than that. I mean, that was our limit. I think if anybody beats us, it's going to be 100th or 2, right? It's going to be really close, so I'm super happy with that.
How compliant was it over the bump?
Very. That's something that we worked on heavily in practice 1 just to get compliance over that. I don't know if it's going to pay off in the race, but I think it's paying off right now for us in qualifying.
Great, thanks, Hal.
All right, here's a contender. Scott Dixon. IndyCar has not been here since 2008. The last 3 times they were here, this is your winner. Scott Dixon, the only driver that's raced here more than once, the only driver that's lit laps and had success here.
Watch that throttle trace, watch the hands, and watch the position of the car. He's well down near the yellow line. I'm going to give him flat on that. He makes a bar adjustment on...
Go on, JT. 199.755. Yeah?
That's a good first lap, Scott Dixon. A year ago, over a year ago, there was a post on the F1 Multiviewer Reddit about app for iPhone plus iPad. The Multiviewer developer just replied with an eyes emoji. So it must be it must be somewhere.
Oh, okay, we'll find it. 199.634, 10th place for Scott Dixon then on his average qualifying lap time. Not the way he wanted to go about it. Definitely out of position, just a touch. So we'll have to play with that one as we go then.
I think we've confirmed what we are having for dinner.
What is it? What have you chosen?
We are literally just going to put everything in a wok and cook something with sweet and sour sauce.
You've got to send me what that looks like. To be fair, I did the same. I had literally, as I said, I had a cut-up pizza. Well, there's one of those 48 ones you get from the bakery at Lidl. I had the rest of. I had a little bit of my homemade curry that I did because Mum's having the rest of that, and then I had 3 apple sausages, which was very, very tasty. And yes, I have 3 for breakfast tomorrow. Well, I'm going to have 1 for breakfast tomorrow. Then I'll give Megan some. because otherwise I'll eat 5 of the 6, and I'm not. And they aren't mine. I'm not a fat piggy. I share. I don't share food. I share quantities. So if it's on my plate, I'm eating it. But on board with Colton Herter as he comes up towards the line. Then he'll take the green flag, and we go underway here for his first lap time. Jumping around a little bit as well. Full control into 1 and 2. Smooth on the throttle. He used about 55% of his hybrids on that exit alone. Doesn't use any out of 3 and 4. Over the bump, he twitches it ever so slightly. First lap time speed for Colton Herter is a 200.328 mile an hour. So it's not going to be up there with Kirkwood or Newgarden. It's going to put him round about 6 and 7 again, JT.
Yep, and he will go in towards turn 3. Over that bump in turn 4. Keeps it stuck, very nearly loses it, but he goes across the line. And it is a 199.881 with a 2-lap average of 200.104, which puts him in 9th as all of the NASCAR Xfinity cars go bowling into turn 1.
Let's go bowling at the Glen. I really hate
Even
that.
though it's not the go bowling at the Glen because it's the Cup Series tomorrow.
Yes.
And the Xfinity race is the Mission 200.
All right.
But they still all charged into turn 1.
Joseph Newgarden. Scott McLaughlin, who has exactly the same colour as Newgarden. That's not going to be confusing, is it? Usually I'm all for that, but in IndyCar you get used to them all being different makes. McLaughlin goes. Getting to the business end of quali now. How many is there? How many is there in this one? Is there 23 or 24? I can't remember. This
We've
weekend.
not had Polo yet.
Right.
I will look at the entry list.
McLaughlin coming through to start his lap time. Let's check him in NBC.
Behind him, there's still a little bit of competition.
You mean the guy I picked for pole?
The guy
Scott
you picked for
McLaughlin.
pole.
Those are impressive stats.
Those are
for a guy that never raced ovals before he got into an IndyCar. That is sensational.
Well, never raced any kind of car like
McLaughlin
this.
now,
That he
then
was doing
Power,
was slow.
then Polo, then N.
So 3 cars left then, 2 after this. We ride on board, well, briefly with Scott McLaughlin. Our TV pictures went off for his onboard angle. Scotty Mack up towards the line and goes somewhere. Didn't get his lap time. All right, now we go green. Okay. NBC's graphics have been all over the place today. Let's have a look then. To that bump at 4, you can see the reel just trying to step out. Over the line. First lap average for McLaughlin, 200.287. But he used all his hybrid on that lap time, JT, so this is just a whatever can happen. I don't think Scotty Mack's going to have pole position here.
Oh, Josh, we've got donuts downstairs. Shall we add that in as well?
I've got some donuts, and I've got strawberry jam ones. Maybe, that's a good dessert.
I don't know what ones they are. As Scott McLaughlin comes across the line, it's a 200.173, very consistent lap time for a 2-lap average of 200.230. But that's only good enough for 8th.
Oh dear,
which is insane to say.
2 left then, and it's the top 2 in the World Championship here. It's Will Power alongside Alex Palou. Who's going to get their hands on the Astor Cup?
Remember, Palou has got a 9-place grid penalty.
Yeah, so it's crucial for him to get pole here to start 9th. Power. Basically, there's another factor you've got to remember here as well. Power needs the points for pole. Palou needs pole to start 9th. So this could be quite interesting. But this year, Palou's had 3 poles, Power has had 0 poles. But it is a yin and yang, isn't it, in the championship? 33 separate them coming into tomorrow's 50-point race win.
Yeah. So who would we say is advantaged right now?
Power.
If we count Palou's 9-place grid penalty.
Power. Because we know, both of us, if Will Power gets to the front, he can just take off. If he gets clean air...
And Palou also has this thing of getting involved in incidents.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes.
Or maybe the car won't even start, then we're all just watching Will Power go on the lap. Over the bump. Yeah, okay. Is this to take the green flag? It is. Away we go. This is a crucial lap time in qualifying now. Through 1 and 2. 197 mile an hour. He's drifted up high, JT. Lost a lot of speed in the exit there. Down the straight. He's not the fastest, but it's all about the speed across the line. He needs to use the hybrid out of 4. He hasn't used any hybrid so far. This time, now he does. But this opening lap's not going to be enough. 200.863. Yeah, he's made a mistake. Kyle Kirkwood might take the crucial points of pole position here. Will Power is out of hybrid though, JT. He's not going to be on pole. He's lost out on crucial points.
Yep, coming in towards turn 3, we go for Will Power. Where will he go? Up towards the line.
He's only 4th. 200.628 is the average lap time. So he's only 4th place for Will Power. It's an open goal for the man who was fastest this morning in practice. Alex Palou, it's all yours. He won't start on pole, but he can still get the points, JT, and make life very difficult for Will Power tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have for Power, he'll have, well, at least 5 places, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, maximum 5 places gap that he can have.
Maximum, yeah.
Yeah. On the start of it tomorrow, as around we go to start the warm-up lap, which is where my room goes purple.
I do like those lights. So warm-up lap, Will Power watching on.
Have you seen the things that I'm getting in Manager's channel for?
I haven't been on there for a while. Hang on. Green flag coming out. And the final qualifying. Yeah, he's done, isn't he? We'll go. Oh my God, I want those. LED light bars, I want those. They'll be nice to have in the side of the commentary, actually. I agree with you, JT. We're underway then. He's already used 60% of his hybrid power on this lap alone, JT. He's desperately trying. Look at that. 201 mile an hour coming out of 4. Touches the bump slightly. What's that opening lap time? He's used all hybrid on this lap. 200.503. He won't do it. Carl Kirkwood has pole position for the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix by a mile per hour. Now where is Will Power going to...
He's tracking 13th though.
Oh my God, he's just down towards the back of the grid. Palou out of the last corner. He's got no hybrid. He tried it all. 9 places on the line across it. 198 average. 199. 532. He starts 15th. He's going to start 24th on the grid. Alex Palou starts at the back of the grid. Will Power starts row 2. And it is all go for the final IndyCar race of the year. Here's Will Power.
Palou has to be outside the top 10. I mean...
Yeah, if we're... So... I thought we were going to hear from Power there as well. Oh, well, Josh is going to...
20 advantage.
Wow.
20 places.
Here we go.
You're going to start fourth. Looks like Palou's going to start 23rd or 24th. So still some work to do tomorrow, but that has to... I see the smile on your face.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's as good as I could do right there. So, yeah, you can never ask for more than that. Would have been nice to get a pole, but that's life. So, just do what we can in the race tomorrow. You know, it's not really, you know how these things roll. You know, if it's our day, it'll be our day. If not, we'll try again next year.
Thanks, Will.
Well,
expecting more Scott McLaughlin tweets later on. Alex.
Thinking the same. This is definitely going to be a weird weekend. Let's check in then with Pulsitor.
Yeah, I'm stoked right now. I think today it's huge for our season, right? To end off with a pole. I was a little upset that we didn't get a win or a pole, right? And this was our final chance to do it, and we got it done. Yeah, super happy. 27 AutoNation Honda is absolutely unreal. Honda gave us great power this weekend. And we knew we were good from the start. We were good in practice one. We rolled off solid, did some minor changes, and this car's quick as it's rolling here behind you. Yeah, super happy with that performance.
So it sounds like you're not concerned about any delta from qualifying to what you can get out of it in the race.
We don't know yet. That's the big question, right? Like, no, this is all new to us, and we don't know how this car is going to react in traffic. We have no idea. So hopefully we get this second practice in. It looks like it's going to be potentially wet. I don't know how long we'll go until we run it, but you know, if it's a problem in traffic, at least we got some clean air tomorrow. So
here's your beautiful car. How's it look?
It looks great. It looks great. It looks clean. Looks fast.
It's going to be fast on pole today. Tomorrow will be Kyle Kirkwood, Georgia.
Yeah, and Alex Palou, last to complete his qualifying run, has just gotten out of the car. What more did you need from that run?
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. Was a lot more comfortable this morning during practice, so don't really know what happened to INDYCAR. We just have to check and see. But first lap wasn't too bad. Then the second lap was just really, really bad. So yeah, anyway, not what we wanted. We're not what we needed. But yeah, we'll need to move from there tomorrow.
How does this amplify any challenge tomorrow?
Yeah, it's not making it easier for sure. I think we're 24th for tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah, it's time to see what we can do. I mean, the good thing is that hopefully we can make up some spots. The car was really good this morning. So yeah, we just need to try and figure it out how we can get that car back and see what we can do.
Well, the good news is he has one more time on track today to figure that out. That's Alex Palou.
So we've done some quick math up here. We love points as they run, even though it doesn't mean anything, but fourth place points pays 32. 24th place starts, but Alex Palou will start after the engine penalty. That is 6 points. So the difference would be from 33, that's 7. The points as they run, when the race starts tomorrow, if nothing changes on the first lap, you're going to see 7, the advantage for Alex Palou. So still feel better in Palou's situation, and you know he's smart, you know he's going to move forward.
Yeah, JT, what an interesting session we've got coming up tomorrow. There's literally anything that can happen in the race.
Yeah, and well, Palou starting that far back. Now, the question is, and I'm going to say it, and you can absolutely destroy me for if it actually happens, but Palou started on row 8. Sorry, what is it? After penalty. Row 12? Yeah.
Yeah, row 12.
Started on row 12. Could there be an early wreck in the midfield that catches Palou out? Yes, I have just said that.
That's dangerous from you. I thought you were going to go a bit nicer.
I know it's dangerous.
So you're thinking this championship could be done within the opening 5 laps?
I'm going to say it's a possibility because it's IndyCar, but then again, could there be an early wreck and Palou narrowly avoids it?
Okay, possibly, yes. Yeah, this could be interesting.
Which adds more drama.
Well, it's Kyle Kirkwood who gets the P1 award. We'll find out tomorrow. Thank you, JT. Thank you, everyone at home as well, for your company. A champion tomorrow. Definitely advantage willpower, though. And we're going to be waiting to see what Alex Palou can do, starting 24th on the grid. Thanks for your company. We'll see you tomorrow when we decide the championship. Bye-bye.